Hi everyone. Today we will be creating a project assignment tool, a very raw tool as such. We have got a few details about each of the different 50 projects where the manager and staff has been assigned. And the final outcome which we will require from this particular table is stored in this final view sheet. Here we will have individual person wise number of hours assigned in a given month. Like for given January there is not lot of work coming in, but moving on to the May month there is a lot of work which has been assigned to individual people or individual staff. And based on this chart then we can identify where the people have availability and where more work is been assigned to a given individual person, so that the work is being evenly spread out across the people. Just for an example, if I look at for the month of March, and if you look at this person too, he has been assigned a lot of work. What do I mean by a lot of work? We are considering like 160 hours in a given month is the maximum hours of work a staff can perform. So like in the given month of a March, a person number 2 has been assigned 229 hours of work. So it is beyond his capacity. So probably we will have to reallocate some of work to other people who have some availability. Like looking at this person who doesn't have any work at all, and that person is 7th, so we can assign some of the work to that particular person in the month of March. This is the final outcome which we will be requiring it. So let's get started. Before starting the actual work, let's have a look at the given data. What do we actually have, and what is the next step we should be doing to get to that final outcome as such. Now, if you look at this particular data, we have for each individual projects the start date, end date, the hour of work for a given manager, and the staff assigned on that. But what do we actually require is like month-wise hours for a given staff, and that's not available over here. So probably as a next step, we will have to get that hours on month-wise basis. To get to exact month-wise hours, I will take a help of a Excel video which has been already posted in YouTube by Mike under Excel is fun. You can go to YouTube and search with this particular video number, Excel Magic Trick 1075, and have a look at it. It's very nice video to get started on this month-wise hours. So probably once you have a look at it, we will go on to the next step. So let's create one blank sheet and give it a name, say monthly hours 2. I have already created this particular sheet over here, and this is the month-wise hours. So probably to get started, I am just re-showing it to you. Let's copy this entire table over here. Yes. Now let's create the columns for each individual months. I'm just typing the date with control semicolon. Let's change the date to 1/1 and then just drag it. Just see months, so till September we have done it. So we have got for 12 months. So as a next step, we'll be just using the formula which has been posted by Mike in Excel is fun video. So let's start up with network days, that is max. Start date column over here, max of this two, it will be the start date, and the end of date will be a minimum of these two. I'm putting column as a constant for this, and here row as a constant, but instead of end of month was given the row as a constant 0. Done. This is the net working days, the first step. And for this I will put a max 0. This one max of this. Then the another part is dividing this by actual net working days. So those are net working days. Between this, keep the column constant. 0. Done. Bracket close. Now let's multiply by hours. Column constant. Done. Now let's copy these hours for all the projects. Okay, there is some issue, probably we will have to look at it. Something left out. Here instead of column we have kept the row as a constant, so that is the mistake. Let's change it. So we have got the actual hours. As a cross check, we will just see for each of the project whether the total number of hours are same or not. Let's take a sum of all these hours and deduct the actual hours from this and see whether the hours are same or not for this. Just copying it. So as you can see from the screen, the difference between the total hours is for all of them is 0. So we have assigned hours for individual months correctly. So let's now create a pivot table out of this. Go to insert and then pivot chart and a table. Select that monthly range already been selected. Click OK. A new tab will be created. Now put the staff assigned name into columns. Let's select first of all pivot tables and then staff assigned to columns, and just keep on clicking this box over here, so automatically it will get assigned to hours to values section over here. As you can see, the hours has been assigned. Let's move to this hours, and don't worry about this as of the chart as of now. First let's go and change this. Just type Jan 14, Feb 14 over here, March 14, April 14, May 14, June 14, July 14, August 14, September 14, October 14, November 14 and December 14. Done. Now we have this pivot table created and a chart created. As best practices, don't keep the charts and pivot table on the same sheet. Move the chart on the different sheet. So let's create a new sheet and go back to your sheet, Ctrl X and move to a new sheet. Just copy paste it. As a best practices, I just keep the first column a blank and just decrease the width of it to 1. So I have assigned to this particular tab. Let's remove the grid lines from this and headlines as well to have a better look of the chart. Just increase the size, right click, hide all fields in button. It's just kind of a little formatting which I'm doing up as of now. So Legion, go to Legion and click on top. Yes, I did it. Right click on this, format axis, keep the maximum to 400, close it. I can increase the chart size so that it's visible properly. I can change the design or by default design which are available over here in design view. I've changed that. Let's increase the font size of this so it's visible. If you see, the person names are not in correct order, so probably we will have to go back to our pivot table and let's move it manually. You can do it either ways. Right click on this and move to end. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So probably it's in the correct order now. Let's go back and see in the chart. Yes, it's coming in the correct order now. Now I want to insert some kind of a slicer which slice and dice this particular chart. Go back to your pivot table, click on analyze and click on insert slicer. You can click on manager staff assigned and project name. Click OK. 3 slices will get created. Select all of them manually by pressing the control and then with a mouse click, Control X, and you can go and paste it over here. Fine, we have got this now. Let us align this properly. I'm just moving it with the mouse. So go to options. 2 people can fit in exactly same way for manager as well. So let's increase. Same way for projects. This can be just drag the borders over here to fit exact the size. You can do it. 2 projects can fit in. Insert shapes over here. For a good look, right click, edit text, just type project assignment monthly hours view. You can increase the font size, bold. Fine. Now let's hide the rows which are not required. Let's go back to our headings view so that we know the rows have been hidden. Let's go to columns which we don't require and let's hide them as well. And just to give a background to this dashboard of a gray cell so that it looks good, let's select all the cells and go to your home. Under this I have already created a gray cell, but to create this style you can just right click on this check cell and create duplicate. Type your name, gray cell 2, format, click on format, go to borders, none. By default fill is already been there. Click OK. Click OK. Fine. Just click on gray cell. All the cells will have a gray cell kind of a look over here. So let's go back to our view and remove the headings. So you have a nice chart over here which has been created. Now using this chart you can understand which are the people who have more work and who have less work in a given month. Okay, the name has been already given, monthly hours 3 chart, otherwise I will give the name of monthly hours chart as such. Now looking at this chart, probably we may not directly know which particular person has more hours available and which has more hours of work. So probably we will be considering as 160 hours as our target for a given month. That is the maximum number of hours a person can work. So let's draw a line over here just slightly above this 150. I am pressing shift as well while increasing the length of this particular line. Let's keep it a different color so that it's clearly visible, and that's done. So you can easily see from this a person 2 has more hours of work in a given month of a March and other people have less hour. So probably you can allocate some of the projects to another person and have a different kind of view. Let's see how I can do that. Let's go to our monthly view, put a filter on this. Just do a freeze panes so that's the headings are visible. Person 2, okay, and the start date and end date. As such, here in the month of March I can see that this particular projects of 185 is being increasing the hours for this particular person. So probably I can reallocate this project number 12 to some another person. But whom do I allocate it? I can go back to my chart and see who has availability. So person 7 over here, if I see on person 6, person 7 has availability over here. I can go back and just change it to person 7. Fine. And just go back to your pivot, right click, refresh, and you can see that your chart has got updated. But still there is some availability for other people and more work to person 2. So probably you can go back to your again this chart and assign some more work to other people. Whom do I allocate it? I can see that person number 4 has some availability. So probably I will go to project 11 and assign that to a person 4. Go back to your chart, just select it, right click, or you can just directly go to your data and refresh all. So your chart will get updated for that. Same way you can do it for other months and reallocate some of the stuff so that the work is being evenly spread out.